All right. I think we are live in here. My video seems to be paused. I'm just going to talk away. Jason seems to be very, very still. Might be a bit of waffling on for a minute.
Yeah, no worries, man.
Right. Okay. Right. We're live inside our group. Just going to make sure we are in. So this morning, I'm going to be chatting with my client, Jay, who's just finished up my program. There he is, giving us a little bit of a wave. He's very kindly decided to jump in here into the group to share some thoughts, some insights, some of the things that he did, that we did together that got him some pretty awesome results. So I hope you guys find this useful. If you have any questions at the end, just drop them in the comments, drop me a DM, and we can answer any of those things. Jay, how you doing? Give us a bit of background on you. So who are you?
So my name's Jason. I've got 3 kids. Married. Been married now for nearly 20 years now. 20 years. And then I faced out. Well, I kind of work in the police and stuff. And what I did notice was that my kids were drawing pictures of me with fat bellies. And like, oh yeah, daddy's big belly, fat dads. And then I saw other dads in the playground, and I was thinking, they're letting themselves go, and am I going that way? Is this what the midlife crisis is, that you just let go? And I said to myself that I wanted to see that. I want to see if I can get a 6-pack, if I could just do it again, be like how I was back when I was 20. But I don't think it was possible. It was something I had in my head. But then I had a friend of mine, James, and I noticed that James, he was just looking good. He was cycling. He was active. He was eating well. I was like, and I saw him at a party. And I was like, James, what's going on with you? What's happening? And he did say, I've got myself a bit of a coach, a bit of a life coach. And he said, but, we'll have a chat about it some other time, and then I was like, oh, fair dues. And then all of a sudden, one time I just got a name, and it was Tom. Yeah, your name, Tom Hill, I should say, Thomas Hill. And so I just searched this Thomas Hill on Facebook, and I saw your profile, and I was just watching some of your videos, and I was like, do you know what? I'm just gonna touch base and just find out what's going on. And the weird thing was, you were like, I don't think you really need me. That was the thing. I was like, what do you mean? It's like,
did I actually say that?
Yeah, and that's what got to me. I was like, hang on, I thought this guy's supposed to be like, selling this thing or like this idea. But I think you wanted to see how determined I was, and so it made me a bit more interested to think, and I was a bit like, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what, and James did say
your life was pretty busy, wasn't it? Like with 3 kids and a busy job.
Yeah,
it was pretty full on.
Yeah, just busy, mate. And I always had excuses why not to do exercise. I was just coming late, and I'd eat out because I'd be working late, so I'd just eat out. Fast foods. It was just easy. I'd say not doing exercise. Come home, have a glass of wine. So it was that kind of not really eating well. Drinking every day, but just a glass of wine or 2. And also looking in the mirror and just not being happy with what I see. So I had all these things going in my head, and I made a thing to myself that I wanna get fitter. I wanna see what I could do, and it's weird how things just happen. You get these opportunities, and I think it's for you to spot them, for you to go for it. Initially, when I met you, I was a bit like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. And then you have to make an investment in yourself. And I'm thinking, I don't know, is this the right decision? But I bit the bullet and I did it. It was the best thing I've ever done, basically. And this is why I'm kind of here to try and tell you guys, it's just, if you value your health and your fitness, and it's you as well. For me, I did this. Every time I look in the mirror, I did this. And it's,
so what did you think
and I'm a different person to how I was.
The program is a bit different to maybe what kind of.
It's a bit different. Yeah. I thought you'd be doing all right. Do me, give me 40 press ups. Do this, do that. But it was literally little changes. Every like you would start the call. Hey Jay, tell me about your week. Guys don't talk about their week, and it was so refreshing just to go over things and tell me things that have gone well. Tell me, and it's like remembering that you are doing good things and positive things. And it was just, for me, it was learning to open up a bit more, because I was quite closed. I'm closed. Maybe it's for what I do. And
I suppose those guys don't have, well, I think generally those guys tend not to have a space where we can maybe share some things that we're struggling with, or even ask for help. Sometimes asking for help is hard, isn't it?
It's personal things as well. It's things in your head, and it's when I'm having a conversation with you, you're not judging me from the thoughts I'm having, or like the difficulties I'm having, or the excuses I'm making. But the answers is within yourself, and for some reason you're unable to get me to answer the obvious question, and the obvious answer. And I see Ella, when Ella, she talks to her ladies. Guys just don't do it unless you go out for a beer. So this was a good opportunity to kind of fine tune my brain, what was going on, and kind of change the things that needs to be changed, and face the truths, face the facts. And so yeah.
And how did you find the program? Did you find it, was it kind of hard? Was it easy? Were there struggles, or how was it?
I'd say, do you know what? The hardest bit is opening up, and you had, when you were asking these little questions, give me these little changes. Give me three changes you're going to make this week. I knew what the changes had to be. One was, I need to stop drinking midweek, and I thought that's going to be hard, but it was I'll be drinking Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And do you know what? I got that Friday feeling back, that kind of, it's Friday today. And I had that one beer, you savor that, and it's like, and it's, and I realized I was drinking too much from not drinking midweek. It was just, this is enough for me. And then another thing you did was make my own packed lunch. And you know what? It was such the simplest of things that I'm sure my wife told me, but I just ignored. But coming from you, I listened to. And it stopped me from going to fast foods, like easy foods. You made me look at my foods, look at the color of my foods. You to say,
talk about you with your work, kind of driving. You're in a rush, and you drive past kind of KFC and things like that, and you think, and you're kind of going in almost like without really thinking about it.
Yeah, I was just going with it. I was like, yeah, go, I want that. I'm going to have that. From doing your course, I listened to that inner voice of mine to say, Jay, you don't really need that. You're working towards something. And you made me realize that you don't need it, man. You don't need it. It's making you unhappy, man. It's making you happy. And maybe I think I was unhappy, and that kind of thing. I wasn't happy with my body. Is that kind of made me realize that why it affects your relationship, that kind of thing. You want to be confident, don't you? And so, and being, to love yourself and to love your body and to love everything about you, is like, you need that initially then to be able to love other people, and so but as you say, the courses, I wouldn't lie to you, the courses it's really interesting. You set me bits of homework to do. I'd say homework, but it's like thought, your thought process. They're hard sometimes. You're sitting there thinking like deep thinking, like, what is it? Sorry. You're thinking to yourself, sorry, this is my my fitness thing. I was just doing a bit of fitness before the video. Let me turn this off.
Yeah, tell everyone what you were doing before. This is something I told. What were you doing just before the call?
I just forgot. I set myself a target. I was doing 100 push-ups a day, and so and I'm doing 10. It seems mental, but you do 10 sets of 10. So 10 push-ups, and then I was doing some core work. Core work, because I totally ignored core. I didn't understand the point of core work, but core is the foundations of everything you do. So I was nailing that just now. Just finished it and legs upstairs. And it's weird. This course has just made me just full of, I've got full of energy. I want to do things. I set myself targets now. Like, this is what I'm going to do. And you see
what kind of thing did you expect? Did you think we would do that you didn't have to do?
I thought I'd be, like running. I can't stand running. I thought you'd be sending me, making me do laps and laps. And I was like, please don't make me run. I thought I'd be like, maybe like fasting or like, going hungry, things like that. It wasn't that. I wasn't drinking any shakes, and all of these kind of stuff. And it was just eating healthy. And I did do exercise, and so that you are just adding more things to more tools to what I was doing. Slow push-ups, killer pull-ups. Yeah, pull-ups. I always said I wanted to be able to do a pull-up. I used to be embarrassed going to the gym, and I was doing 2 or 3 pull-ups, and then some kid behind me would be doing like 20, and it's that kind of. But you made me realize, little. If you do 3, do 4 next time, and now I can just do 10, easy push-ups, and it's that kind of.
Is that kind of getting that confidence to kind of try these things and just and go out there and realize that maybe it is going to take a little bit of work doing things, but it's okay where I am. I'm just gonna I've got a target, and that's what I'm going to aim towards.
And it's just slow, and it's good to fail. Push yourself to fail, and that's what I realized. It's like, I've done 3. That's brilliant. I've done 3 good ones, and that's be happy with that. And so that's what it's taught me. It's like, that kind of be happy with the small number, then 4, then 5, then 6. Before you know it, you're doing 10. Before you know it, But yeah, so the course was I find it really interesting, and I think I was just talking to various people about it. Just it's changed me, and even taught me about communication. How to listen. So you helped me with Ella. And you helped me with the kids. How I was. I didn't think that would be part of it. Helped me with the relationship with my dad. And it's just the course is about fitness, but it's also the fitness of your mind. And like that positive thinking, and that's what I really enjoyed about the course. So all I'm saying is you need to like give it a go, because you think you're not going to be able to do it. You can do it, and you'll see the benefits afterwards.
Okay, speaking of results, let's tell what you get. What were your results? What did you get out of it?
So when I first started the course, I was about 98 kilograms. Like big bellied. And like my trousers are getting tight. Like I had to undo like top button, or I felt my zips and my trousers were kind of always coming undone. And it's like you're pushing the weight, and then it's just slow but surely. Like I was drinking a lot of water, and I realized I wasn't drinking a lot of water. And then, the weight was just coming off. And I think now I'm like 91. I said I wanted to get to about 80, 85. It was my dream weight. I think I got to about 90 before Christmas. I've gone back up a little. But it's like I've got definition now I've lost the belly, and I've got definition in my core. I've got that 6-pack. And my kids now, when they draw pictures, it's like, you can see like they draw this little 6 eggs, like the 6-pack. And I was like,
kids are brutally honest, aren't they? Sometimes
massively brutally honest, And so, and also it's just like that kind of, now like other people are noticing. You walk in, other dads, you lost a bit of weight, mate. No, don't you, mate? And it's like you play it down. I don't want to be arrogant about it, but I'm just like people just you just look well. It's just eating well, doing the exercise, and so and I've just toned up. And so and also as well, it's just like I am doing exercise. So I do it every day now. I love doing exercise. And one thing the course has taught me is like there's always time. Whether it's beginning in the morning, get it in. Now I thought I had 15 minutes before this call. I was like, right, I know I'm going to the park later. I'm going to put 100 push-ups and then do sit-ups and stuff. And it's just like you make time. Or if I get in at 11 o'clock, it's like I do a small workout. It's like I gotta get And it's that little thing, make time. There's always time. There's always time. You know what I mean? And saying it's just, the course has just taught you stop making excuses. Get on with it. You know, there's always time to make your lunch. I always used to say there was no time. No time. I just now just throwing.
It's a matter of sneaking those things in and actually finding a plan. How can we do this? And actually, if we work on, like you mentioned, a lot of things about your life, different things. If we focus on not just fitness, if we actually focus on a bit more of a wider, holistic view on your life, actually the fitness stuff kind of fits in a lot easier, doesn't it?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it does. And it's once you start seeing like the little gains, you know, you start getting more positive about yourself and like, I do want to do this because I want to see where I can go with this. And so now it's just embedded into me. You know, if I can make time to brush my teeth, you know, if I can make time to get changed for work, you can make time for eating well, you know. And listen to, you know, and also you taught me about this higher J, you know, what would higher J do? You know, so that, you know, that story of me going into KFC, I had to test myself. Yeah. And I walked into this KFC and I was like, this is what I usually do. You know, I'm hungry. I was driving past and walked in and I just stood there. The person behind the counter must be thinking, who's this mentalist? As I was just looking, you know, and I was like, don't need it. Just turned around, walked out. I was the only one in there. Turned around, walked out. You know what I mean? And you know, I walked out. I was like,
strength. That's mental strength, isn't it? And I know a lot of people I speak to, they struggle with that, making the right choice. And actually, there's almost like some sort of pull or some sort of weird compulsion to do something that actually, if they actually don't actually want to do in the moment.
Yeah. Well, it's like I've got my my wine fridge, you know, like I have my beers in there as well. You know, like, you know, midweek I see it, I'll go, I see you Friday. And I go and drink some water because I'm thinking, well, I'm obviously thirsty, hence why I want maybe a beer. It's like, go and drink some water. And, you know, and it's that kind of, and it's that I'm trying to re-educate that mind of myself. I think I used to be thirsty. So I drink a beer and go, oh, yeah. So.
What's next? What's next for you then, Jay?
Well, geez, you got me to book that skydive. It was something I always wanted to do and never had. I was like, nah. And you just said, you know, when you finish this course, book yourself a skydive. So I booked it, and so I'm going to do that. Even thinking about it now, just is like, geez, I'm going to see it through.
Great.
I'm going to see it. It's going to be good.
You can't not do it.
I can't not do it, but I paid for it, you know, and so got the date in the diary. It's getting forever closer. But yeah, so what next? Yeah, just keep working. So I'm on that kind of and get off the 90 kilograms. I want to get to like 89. You know, 85 is my thing. Keep doing the exercise. Keep staying positive, man. You know, keep looking in the mirror. Keep enjoying what I see. And basically all the workings and the tools that you gave me, and I still have the things written down. Just go, you know, just remind myself about that journey I had and to keep putting it into practice. You know, you've given me the tools, and the way I see it as it's like keep doing it, keep learning, keep pushing.
So what three things before we go? Last thing, what three kind of things can you tell the guys in here, if anyone's watching, things they could do right now, things that you know are kind of really beneficial, that will really help them?
Drink more water, and do you know what, the drinking Friday, Saturday, Sunday just worked for me. The weight was literally just coming off just from doing that main thing. I didn't think it was possible. You know, I like a beer, so I'll have a beer on a Friday. That was the one big thing. Second thing is fast foods, mate. It's like make your own food. And even when I'm at work, yeah, as you said, if you like a curry or something like that, have it maybe on a special Saturday or something. But during the midweek, eat well, make it nice and colourful. Just eat nice. Get into your salads, you know, salads and meats and stuff like that, or fish, or just salads if you don't eat meat. So yeah, eating well, And then number 3 is, for me, is there's always time. There's always time. Don't make excuses. That, you have that inner voice, just like, oh, I really should do some exercise. Go and do something. It might be even the smallest thing ever. But the next day, do that same thing, but add a bit more extra to it. And they're the 3 things that change me. Time is the big thing. It's always time. And so, and the 4th thing is, love you.
Go.
Love yourself, mate. Love yourself.
Yeah. So that's important, isn't it? Because if we don't kind of value ourselves, then treating ourselves well is just not going to happen, is it? If we don't do that. But that's a hard one sometimes to get a hold of, that kind of valuing ourselves.
Yeah, it's a lot. I think there's a lot of negativity, isn't it? But you need to see the positives of things. And once you start this journey with you start, like every time I speak to you, it's like, tell me something positive. And before you know it, you're going into that, you're going up and up, and you're positive all the time. You see good in everything and the achievements that you're doing. And so, yeah. See, I'm talking to you with a smile on my face.
You've always got a smile on your face.
I know.
Oh, well, do you know what, Jay, thank you for jumping on here, and thank you for kind of sharing some of your insights to the guys in here. And I hope for the people watching that it gives you some inspiration, because simple things like Jay mentioned about the water, and just thinking about kind of what kind of food am I eating? Am I jumping to KFC 3 or 4 times a week? That food quality is just not great. So kind of dropping that down. And I like the small change. What can you do today?
Yeah.
Do a press up tomorrow. Do 2, and then in a year's time, how many are you doing?
Exactly, mate. Exactly, and that is it. It's don't like, people think they need to go big straight away. It's like, it's little by little steps, big gains. Little steps, big gains.
All right, man. Well, you know what? Have a great Friday, and thanks for jumping in. And it was an absolute pleasure kind of having you inside the program, and I'm sure we'll see each other kind of at some point in the future.
Mate, keep in touch, man. It's been an amazing journey.
All right, thanks, Jake.
Cheers, Tom.
Cheers, dude. Bye.
Bye-bye.